All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Doro, our beloved turd of a computer. So if you haven't seen the first live stream of this, I don't blame you. It's a 3-hour live stream, and it goes into a lot of us just troubleshooting, putting things together. But basically what we have here to catch you up to speed is a very, very old computer. It's running a Pentium 2 CPU, some random RAM of not even DDR, it's single data rate RAM. Just some random AGP graphics card, power supply from some computer, a CD-ROM drive, and an old IDE hard drive. Everything about this is really, really janky, and the fact that we got it all to run at all is actually quite astounding, given the fact of how jerry-rigged everything is. Now, we chose to use a lightweight operating system. We went with damn small Linux because the system requirements for it are very, very minimal. And, well, our hardware is very minimally powered. So,
a couple other quick notes. People who did see the first one, yes, there's an extra RAM stick in there. We found a third one and threw it in. It works just fine. Hasn't really caused any issues. And the case is off the back is off the case. There, can't speak. Case is off the back of the CPU because we were having some clearance rooms and getting it in and out to test the backup one.
So when we first put the RAM in, the new RAM, we have an extra stick, like you said, like you were saying, that we found.
Which doubled our RAM.
Yes, we originally had, what, 128 megabytes?
Yeah, we had 264s.
Okay, so we originally had two sticks that total to 128 megabytes of RAM. We found another stick that happened to be compatible that was, by itself, 128 megabytes of RAM. So we now have 256 megabytes of RAM across 3 sticks. And when we first put it in, it was nothing but trouble. We were getting post errors like crazy. Nothing would boot properly. But we did a few tricks of the trade, and we got her up and running again, thankfully. We thought at first maybe the CPU or the GPU had gone bad, but nope. Once again, it was a RAM issue, preventing us from doing much of anything. But hey, we worked past it. So, our previous goal, last live stream, was to get Doro here to play Doom. And just to show you guys that this ancient thing is still playing Doom, we really are running Doom on this dinosaur, I guess you'd say. So, that was our last live streaming goal.
Using 11% of our RAM.
Yeah, now we're using even less of our RAM, but our goal for this live stream is a little different. So you see, we have a few extra cards we want to add to the computer. First, we have a RAID card that will allow us to use SATA hard drives. And maybe we'll even play with RAID if we get that far, but we might not. Still, interesting proposition. Number 2, a sound card. Even though this thing does technically have onboard sound, you know, this is the Creative Audigy, which is...
Better performance, man. We offload the audio processes.
If this is one of those... Yeah, this... Okay, this is a Sound Blaster Series Audigy from Creative with EAX HD. So we can even have EAX. Maybe our goal now should be trying to play the original Halo Custom Edition.
I don't know.
On that might be hard because, I mean, well, certain games support EAX. EAX at one time was, well, it still is proprietary, but a lot of games don't use it anymore because there's other better ways to deal with sound and with across multiple channels here. But
there's also FireWire, but we don't have anything to use.
Yeah, we don't got anything FireWire, but we're gonna put the expansion cards in, make sure everything boots up. And so long as it does, we'll take it from there. Now, here's the thing. We want to make little Doro here into a real computer, not just a jumbled test bench of a monstrosity. So we are going to put little Doro here into a case to make her, official. What we have is, once again, a second-hand case, but this thing, despite being very old, is still kind of a custom case. It's a little fancier than what I expected we put Doro in, but hey, it's lying around. And look, there are other options for Doro. We've got, well, what do we got? We got a case from Dell. We got a case from
Dell, I think.
two from Dell.
I think. I might be wrong.
What's the one on the cooler?
The cooler is.
I don't see a brand on it.
Loose parts are probably a bad thing. In the meantime, take a look at the others.
Okay, so we don't exactly know what brand this case is, but that's an option.
Gateway.
Gateway. So we have a Dell case, we have a Gateway case, and on the very bottom, is that another custom case, or is that an actual brand case?
This might be a custom one.
Custom one? Okay.
Nope, Gateway.
Oh, another Gateway. So the question is, if we're going with the theme of janky and randomly put together, we could bother ourselves to put it in a super janky case like that Dell, but we don't know if it would fit. And plus,
yeah, there's two big reasons. One, to start off with, this one is spacious. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult to get our components in here or fiddle with them as necessary. Although on the earlier test fit, we did find one little issue with the power supply, and the fact that if the power supply is put properly in, it basically can't be because it's in the way of the CPU cooler.
Yeah, so we would have to put the power supply in the 5 1/4 inch bay section if we were to use this case. Now, that being said, that's still an easier option than putting little Doro in one of those, but at the very least, here's another problem with putting it in one of those cases, is those cases use proprietary hardware, which means a lot of their stuff is not even ATX, it's just some random thing that they made. It's proprietary design, so it might not even work. We have an ATX board here, which is what little Doro here is.
Although apparently this actually came from a OME, original
OEM?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found that out because of the model number on top of the CPU.
Okay.
They had two models of
Well,
this.
you know what? For simplicity's sake, we're going to go with the custom case that we had lying around that still is pretty old and janky for what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of sharp corners.
Mostly we have it because he had just updated his. But
Yeah. Okay, so now that we have the computer on... Well, hold on. Let's unplug it. We're going to install the new cards. Remember, we're still running a test bench here.
so we'll do this later?
Yeah, we want to make sure all the hardware works.
Yeah, fair point.
So booting up is always fun. Oh, hold on. Let me also turn on the lights. Enable flash. There we go.
I'm blind!
So...
Actually, hey Mike,
Yes.
if possible, keep half an eye to see if It's Me returns. Because he was kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Should we do one at a time? Go ahead and
Let's
jump
just go for broke.
it. Okay.
Well, we're glad to be
Does
here.
anyone have a spare SATA cable? That's a question.
Well, actually...
Spare SATA cable? That's a question. Well,
feedback loop. Well, we're glad to satisfy your need of background noise, bro. So...
It Man's back.
hey, it's me.
He said he'll be in and out of chat. He says you make good background noise.
Well, hopefully, we'll get more people in here. Mike, why don't you post a link to this in PC Master Race? Say resurrecting old computers as the title or something. See if we can get people in the live stream.
Do we have a hookup on a SATA cord?
Hook up on a SATA cable. We might have one in the bag of goodies. Yeah, my bag of goodies. Dude, we are so disorganized, it's not even funny. Hey, we also got a 56K modem.
Yeah. But, I mean, how are we even going to use that?
I know, right? I mean, maybe we can have a telephone. Do we even have? We might have a telephone. Bag of goodies is right here, by the way.
Okay, cool. I just threw away two of them. They're probably not
So,
gonna
bag of goodies is, man, people have been, just going through my bag of goodies and not telling me what they're taking. I don't have any SATA cables in here. So no SATA
Hey.
cables right now.
Which line do I put it on?
What?
First line or second line?
Paste your link. So paste the link to the video here on the first line. The second line, you type what it is. Let's say that we're doing a live stream where we resurrect our computers.
That's a bunch of car parts outside.
So
No SATA cable for the moment.
no SATA cable from that. That's okay. Well, what's? Oh yeah, from the other builds.
One might have one.
Why do we have fluorescent lights in the computers? That is a bad idea.
They've been there for ages. Yeah.
That's a problem definitely waiting to happen. I mean, we don't.
I don't per se disagree, but
So we don't have any extra SATA cables. Okay.
you do have this one though, which connects straight to the motherboard for the CD-ROM.
Oh, for HD audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Oh, actually, let's leave that because we might want to attach it into this.
Well, you're not civil.
So,
Mhm.
we good.
You're not civil.
Of course not.
I guess for the moment.
Did
we
you
don't-
post the link?
Yes.
Cool.
I
We got 4
suppose we-
people in the chat now.
I suppose
One
what's that?
one's me.
Shush. They don't need to know that.
Okay, so we're powering her back on. Let's see if she's posting. Okay.
Seems like it. Probably doesn't know what the hell's going on anymore, but
Let's see. Is it too much for the computer to handle? I mean, it's sending a signal to the monitor, but we ain't getting nothing on the screen now. Good question is why. All right, so now is when we backtrack a little bit and figure out what exactly we did wrong.
my guess is going to be the audio card because I have used the RAM card, the RAID card for a while, but it might also just be too new of tech. So let's see here.
Plug her up. Get a signal, but are we going to get a post? Well, no, maybe the RAID card's the problem. Let's try taking the RAID card out.
But I want to have a SATA drive on this thing.
Now, I know you want to have a SATA drive, but this thing's 20 years old.
I don't care. Oh yeah, quick note for our audience, especially since we have returning members. We mistakenly said this motherboard was almost 30 years old. Turns out that's probably not the case, as the graphics interface is only 21 years old. So.
Still, it's about 20 years old, which is the main point. Oh, okay, so we're not getting a post anymore at all. Wonderful. What did we do now? Conflabbed old tech.
Life happened.
I mean, life tends to
Well, let's see what happens with going back to what we had before.
make sure something else didn't.
Yeah, maybe it's that slot in particular. Who knows? I mean, this stuff is so messed up as it is. I mean, we did get Doom to run on this. And okay, so we screwed something up. Let's figure out what we screwed up this time. Let's clear the CMOS again, or the BIOS, I should say. So we gotta unplug. Go ahead and switch the jumper.
Go.
There's a lot of BIOS clearing going on today.
Oh, go grab a battery.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
So, because we have to get out of clearing mode.
All right. I'll give it a second here. So now we got something on the screen. Okay. So we know the BIOS just does not like anything new without us clearing it first so it can reconfigure itself, I guess.
Something else wrong. Those lines there.
Okay. At this point, we should be able to pull it out
We've done a lot shorter trips than that, so.
and put that back in.
Good.
Okay, let's make sure we can still get into Linux really quick.
No, these are not best.
Packard Bell. Packard Bell. Is that like Hewlett Packard and Packard Bell? And what is?
I don't know.
I'm honestly not familiar with that name for some reason.
I know the name. Weren't they the ones with the cube that was decorated like a cow? We're not quite posting, are we?
Oh no, that was Gateway. Gateway had all the cow stuff. No, we got to post. It's just a matter of once again we have all the new RAM.
Stupid
There we
RAM.
go. So okay, we got to this point. Let's really quick turn the computer off. Let's add one card at a time, really quick.
Yeah, I'll try different slots too.
Okay. Don't even try a different slot. Let's just put the sound card in now. And we'll clear the BIOS while we're at it, because that seems to be a reoccurring issue, is when we add new stuff.
I really wish we had a power switch for this instead of just plugging it in every time out.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would be
get
nice. I mean, we could just grab the I.O. panel from another case.
Well, no, that doesn't even make a difference. Because the I.O. panel we had in before didn't stop this from happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's right. There was no reset switch. It actually caused more problems than it solved.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sounds like you need my IO panel.
okay, we got a post, so we're gonna turn this off. Go ahead and put the motherboard or that back. Okay, let's try the raid card again, really quick.
That wasn't the proper post. That was the clear post.
That's fine. Still, let's put the raid card in.
Yeah. So should I go back to the clear location one?
Yeah, clear it again. That way.
Hang on. Turn this damn thing over. Always hated when they did that shit. No.
Don't bend the pins, man.
Janky jumper.
All right. Okay.
Oh, we lost you.
Clear the BIOS once
We
again.
lost the soldier.
People will come in and out as they go, as they please. All right, sweet. We got all the cards to work this time.
Seems.
It seems so far. So we're gonna remove this again and put the jumper back to standard position, so we're not clearing the BIOS each time. Which probably also means we got to go back in the BIOS, reset the time, reset the boot devices all over again. Oh boy, don't you just love this old technology? Get a better view of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Oop, I don't know. No, it's no power. What? Okay, so the power supply decided not to turn on anymore.
Hang on. Unplug.
Might be too much draw for the power supply to handle. No.
Yeah, we just killed it.
We may have just killed the power supply. Great. Wonderful.
Batter up.
Where's the fancy one?
Fancy one?
I mean, I use the term loosely, but yes. Here we go.
Is this better uptime?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, before we decide to plug that in...
Well, hold on. Where's my power supply tester? Yeah.
That's what I was grabbing.
Let's actually make sure this thing is not, like, straight up going to kill us. You gotta remember, you gotta stay in, like, good view of the camera here.
So I'm reaching over a table.
Okay, let's give it some juice. Nope, the power supply still turns on. I mean, sure, some of the voltages are a little low, but not...
One's a little high.
They're almost never exact, but it's good enough for our purposes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's plug that back into the motherboard then.
So what's it complaining about, though?
I don't know, alright, let's figure that out. Oh, it's turning on. It's turning on.
As we start to see smoke.
We probably didn't drain a capacitor or over drained a capacitor or something.
Okay, cool. So CMOS battery, or I'm sorry, BIOS jumper, whatever you want to call it right now. Clear
Probably too many
CMOS.
cycles.
Yeah.
It's just like, why
So
are you doing this to me?
Why do you keep making me forget this computer's going to have Alzheimer's in about a minute? Okay, so this post is so long.
What do you expect?
I know. It's so
the
long. It makes you nervous that maybe we goofed.
The frequency on this processor is only 300 megahertz base,
And
and it only has a 33 hertz bus speed.
hey, there we go. Okay, so let's go to the BIOS. Let's fix the time. Once again, it thinks it's 1990. Let's get a good shot of everything for everyone.
Would you say it was 10:9? I keep doing that. What's the date?
It's not the 10th month of this year.
Sorry, I go day, month, year. Everyone else says month.
Month, day, year, I think.
7, 10, 17.
Remember, it's tab. God, I hate this old BIOS sometimes.
Honestly, it's weird because I grew up using tab for everything.
I know. Dude, this is the kind of BIOS I'm so used to. These new UEFI BIOS with the graphical user interface that are complex, and then
nice
you can use your mouse and everything, and you didn't select the boot order.
Yeah.
Got to go back into the BIOS again, Sam.
Alright, we got it counting the RAM now. We can actually watch it.
Yeah, that's one thing I like is I think we set it up so that we can see the process, so why it's taking so long. Instead of just seeing a stupid logo,
Yeah.
we can figure out what it do.
Yeah, you know the thing that bugs me though?
What?
I want a BIOS, UEFI, whatever, where I can go online and download an OS and install it from the, that would be so convenient. No more CDs, no more flash drives, no more anything.
Go to boot, go down, use minus button,
Yeah, that much of
F10,
No.
save.
I refuse to F10. I want to go through the long way.
You bastard. You know not what you've done. You know, I just realized there's a chair over here I could be using as well, considering it's standing up. Well, no, I want to be able to move around.
Yeah, but can you hand me my drink?
Do
Go.
drink.
Wow.
My drunk.
Oh, boy.
Any fun comments?
No.
No, people come in and out as they will. Why are you entering setup again?
Didn't do it last time. I had to click on it a second time, but it shows us this stuff.
Oh, yes, the joys. We never did figure out how to install Linux onto the hard drive with damn small Linux.
Not yet. I mean, we came across the thing, but never wanted to work properly for some reason.
Man, I gotta hand it to this power supply. The fact that it's still functioning for the most part.
I mean, compared to the other two we had.
Expansion ROM not installed. PCI mass storage.
Yeah, that's the thing about.
Yeah, the raid card.
Apparently I do have to. Oh, whatever. Maybe we don't have a random SATA cable to try it.
Yeah, of all the things that we don't have extras of, I'm surprised we don't have.
Well,
we need,
I
no,
mean,
you know what?
Wait, hey, my bag. Is that the power bag or is that the data bag?
Dude, I don't know. It's a bag full of stuff.
Okay.
It's your bag, man.
Well, yeah, but I have.
Well, you go ahead and check. I'll man the fort
It's a power bag.
Okay. We need to get like, you know how people have tool cabinets for like wrenches and stuff.
Yeah.
We need that for like computers and stuff down
Working
here.
on it. But
So that we can just pull out a drawer. Hey, SATA cables. All right, cool. Power supplies down here.
I did buy like 20 SATA cables at one point when they were cheap.
Yeah, I mean, it seems weird that of all the things we don't have, it's the freaking SATA cable.
Like I said, they're just at my house.
Yay, we're back into damn small Linux. All right.
So I'll download a MP3 file and an MP3 player. Anyone got speakers of some sort we can plug into this thing?
Speakers. That's a good question.
Headphones?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, headphones would probably be best, and we don't have to worry about.
Mike, do you have headphones down here?
Headphones, no, but I do have a speaker.
Oh well,
Damn
give
it.
us the speaker then.
No. That's nice though.
I demand the speaker then. I'm just kidding. Would you be so kind as to hand us the speaker?
Will it work?
Well, what kind of speaker is it?
Is it 3.5 millimeter jack?
Well, yeah, but it's USB powered.
It's fine.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you just want to hand it over this way, I can definitely figure out a configuration.
The worst case scenario, we use Andrew's brick or Andrew's laptop or some dumb thing to power it, and then it's just plugged in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, hell, maybe we can use the legacy port to power it.
Nah.
No, probably not enough power coming out. USB legacy is so weird.
Well, the Legacy didn't have power. Everything had
Oh,
to be
was it really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
It was literally just a data cable.
Ugh.
I mean, technically there was power going through it to send data, but
Yeah, now we got Thunderbolt trying to take over as well, which, I mean, let's not even get into new technology considering we're focusing on this ancient garbage.
yeah, download the list. Multimedia.
We need drivers.
VLC on here?
What kind of speakers are these? Oh, HP speakers. Okay, this continues the theme of jankiness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, you got cables that are entangled and stuff.
Yeah, that. Install selected.
Okay, we have speakers.
Yes. Why must you do this?
HP speakers. 3.5 millimeter audio jack goes into the sound card. And
Be careful when you plug things in.
I'm trying.
Honestly, the fun part's going to be trying to get MP3 file on here.
Oh snap, that's right. Well, we do have internet, believe it or not, so
Hey. No, it's streaming.
isn't there any like default music? I guess maybe not in damn small Linux, man. It's just a Windows sort of thing. Okay, we have power to the speakers thanks to a battery bank.
There you go.
We got a battery bank powering the speaker. Oh my god, this is so janky. This is beyond ridiculous at this point. I mean, all this goofiness right here.
Open
Every time it's not encrypted, it's going to warn us because everything is. We get it. The NSA wants to see what we're doing. We understand. Okay, let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on the screen. If YouTube would be so kind, I mean, YouTube needs the ability to let me to choose my focus. It should not be an autofocus app at times.
Peace.
I know. Let's download FrostWire.
I mean, that was an option.
Unfortunately. Oh my gosh, someone connected to the FrostWire website. Dear God.
I mean, in all fairness, just like torrenting, FrostWire as a program.
It's just
was
a
fine.
bot message just saying to flare the post.
Is it what now?
Just a bot message for PC Master Race. Ooh!
What?
I have an old video game that only ran on Windows 95. Upstairs on a CD. It's called Moto Extreme.
I mean, this ain't 95, but it does have availability of launch. I feel like that might kill this thing, though.
Community audio. I mean, it's dying just trying to load a web page. It's sad. It's feeling pain.
Yeah, CPU's pegged at 99% right now.
That's why we need to
Although
overclock it.
in all fairness, it's doing two things. So.
Oh dear God! There's no multi-threading.
Oh, apparently it's doing three things. There's two open fireboxes.
This poor computer. And for some reason we can't get them to close right away. This.
Wait, nope. Three browsers open. Why?
We have the RAM, but not the processing power to load a modern web page.
Apparently we have twice the amount of RAM necessary.
Stop scripts. I mean, once again, we can burn audio to a disk, but once again, we would have to. We would have to have it installed to the hard drive, so that way. I mean, wait,
No.
can we take the CD out right now? It's all loaded on the RAM right now, isn't it? Or how is it loaded? What is it loading into if it's not using the hard drive?
Pull out the CD, see what happens.
All right. Well, okay. Well,
The worst that will happen is it crashes the OS and you restart.
okay. So let's zoom out here. We're gonna pull damn small.
Quake has audio, doesn't it?
Well, doesn't Doom also have audio?
Doom, Quake, yada yada.
Okay, let's just run Doom. Actually.
Let's see what happens. Retrofake. Provided free of charge. Awesome.
Now the question is, how do we increase the audio volume?
Yes.
Aye. Got hurt my
Why are
toe.
you dropping stuff?
Man, I ain't
Not
trying.
Linus.
Wait, we no longer have power.
You're a joke.
There we go. It's the battery power supply. I don't hear anything coming out of the speakers.
Oh yeah. Let's see if
Oh, maybe it's still defaulting to the onboard audio.
none of these are marked, so I'm just kind of shotgunning it.
What? No, it's just
It's the only
there.
one.
Wait, there.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, we got audio, but not from the sound card.
One step at a time.
Yeah, we can offload processing power from the CPU over to the sound card.
Only if we figure out how. Maybe.
Where do you have sound from? If you're not using a sound card.
Is the onboard audio. I mean, it's not like we can just install a modern operating system and download Driver Booster. It'd be nice if there was like a Linux version of Driver Booster or something.
Hang on, what's the sound card stuff? Audio Blaster, you said, right?
That's the series. It says it's a Creative Audigy Sound Blaster. Good luck trying to find the drivers for this thing. I mean, the Audigy series, I don't even know if it's around anymore. Because we can get a lot more power out of the sound card.
I guess. Maybe. Oh, hey, this section. Let me spell here.
Sound Blaster. Go with creative.
Spelling is not my strong suit.
Neither is mine. Creative. It says codec. What is it saying it is?
Not what we're after.
Not what we're after. Try the word Audigy. Or sound.
Skype. Mike, I'm making a Skype call.
What?
We're gonna try making a Skype call.
To who?
Dude, I don't know. Probably you. Well, hold on. We don't want to display personal information. Let's not do this.
No, Skype call. It's got the testing feature.
Oh yeah, we got the test woman. Record your something or other after the beep
Oh,
sound.
hey, what you doing? What's going on?
What'd you find? LimeWire. You're really gonna install LimeWire on the? I mean, it's appropriate for the timing, but at the same time, I feel like maybe I don't want the FBI knocking on my door asking why I installed this program.
As we get a cop cars out.
Yeah, I know, right? Literally, there's a cop car right out the window. Goes whee! What the heck was that?
A fog can muffler?
No, that was a cow. You have a ringtone that's a cow?
I mean, it's better than the doorknob. The doorbell.
You're the second person. I didn't know what the ringtone was before until my grandmother told me what it was. You're the first person of our age group to actually know what that sound was.
That it's a cow?
Yeah.
Of course it's a cow. What are people saying it is? You know what? Now you get to be on the live stream, Mike. My friend here now just has a message tone that is a freaking
looks
cow.
Amazing in this video, though.
Yeah, I know, it's all shiny.
Yeah, take a look. What's up?
That light is bright.
For a guy who claims he hates the color orange, you sure wear it a lot.
Hey. My
There's a rainbow a
workplace
lot, too.
skins.
Okay, back to the main prerogative of this shysteriness. Okay, so we have a sound card. I don't even know if the sound card was even compatible with any sort of Linux distribution either. Generally, well, here's the thing. A lot of people protested Creative after they pulled some really BS, big BS with one of their sound cards. So what happened was when Windows, I believe Vista was released, they specifically said that they were not going to create drivers for Vista because they didn't like the operating system. So a guy went out and created custom drivers to make it work, and Creative sued him over it. So he helped people make their sound cards work again when they went to Vista, and yes, I know the people on the chat just yes.
What?
Stupid stuff. So
Interesting.
when they found out he was making drivers that make their products work on Vista, he got sued by Creative, and there was major backlash towards Creative because it's like, hey, we purchased your card and you purposely said you're not going to make it work for my operating system. This guy came along and fixed it, and they said, well, it's a violation of the EULA agreement that you signed when you got when you installed the drivers and stuff. Well, they had driver support, but they purposely made it bad so that it wouldn't work right on Vista to discourage people to go to Vista. Well, I mean, everyone ended up hating Vista anyway, but still, that was a really kind of bullcrap thing for a company to do. And then the one person, the savior of everyone, to make their stuff work again, got sued for making everyone happy and making their products work, not even getting paid. He got sued. And a lot of people boycotted Creative for a long time after that happened. The backlash was huge. Because at the time, Creative had proprietary, the Sound Blaster, yada yada. Do we have a file to play?
No. That's why I downloaded Envoy.
Oh boy. Now we're getting into some shicey territory right here.
Yeah, no, I kid. I'm just not able. This thing's taking forever.
So, we are officially 41 minutes into this live stream again. Man, time flies when you're live streaming. You're not really noticing how much time is going into all of this, but we've been, narrating the whole time as well.
Does anyone know where I can get an MP3 file?
MP3?
Yeah, I was going to say BMP3. Just, if we can even get the web page to load. I mean, the sad thing is we have USB, but it's not something that supports, mass storage or flash drives, which makes transferring data very hard. This is where a floppy drive might actually come in handy. But
did you try the CD-ROM? Did it eject?
Oh, all right, hold on. Okay, that's right. We forgot. We're going to attempt to see if this crashes the system by removing the CD that contains the operating system for damn small Linux that we're running. And we don't have damn small Linux on the hard drive because we haven't quite figured out yet how to install it. So let's see what happens when we take the CD out.
Okay, so all the stuff I'm seeing here, it seems to be copyright stuff. I don't know, who's the coolest? M-RAM's pretty cool.
Oh, it's not letting us open the CD drive.
Well, then I guess it wouldn't like it if we removed it.
Yeah, I guess the CD is critical if it's being used. It's one of the features of a CD drive, if it's being used, you can't open it. And since the operating system relies, I guess, pretty much entirely.
I guess. That's not what I wanted to go with.
What if we just go to SoundCloud?
Oh yeah, there you go.
And just find someone who's got some stuff he just wants to show off. We're going to have to do this for every single webpage.
I know, right? Will you be the lucky winner of the SoundCloud lottery?
Probably not.
I'm having to do this several times for this one page.
The fact that we can even load anything is astounding. But I have a feeling it's using Flash or something like that to make everything work on SoundCloud, which is not installed on this here system.
Why not?
You know why. Don't be that guy.
He's always that guy.
He's generally that guy. Oops, sorry, I went wrong. Network connection unstable or browser outdated. Dang it! Why? That is true. With so much audio out there, why is it hard? You know what? Just Google. No, what I want you to do.
Yeah.
I want you to just look up like Windows boot up sound or something. Spotify.
YouTube.
We can't load YouTube. It's too intense for this computer. We need just a straight up.
Bing.
I have a Pandora thingy.
Pandora. Well, then we have to sign in with an account, or do we? I
I
forget.
think so.
Pandora.
You might be able to do Pandora.
I'll try it, I guess. Let's just let the computer kill itself, trying to be stressed. I mean, we have added so much to this computer since the last live stream now.
Where'd it go?
Pandora, where is you? The CD is trying so hard. This poor CD drive is just being
What's
used.
the speed on this one? Anyway.
Doesn't even say.
Oh. Shit.
Ow. Just smacked my face on the tripod. Wonderful.
I don't know what this is, but it's not what that was.
Dude, just look up Windows boot up sound on Google. Because that's, I think, uncopyrighted, I would believe. I mean, maybe it is copyrighted. I mean, that's a good question.
I'll switch out on your phone because mine's behind you.
Hmm?
Check that real quick. You're going to be able to check whether or not it's copyrighted much faster than
Dude,
I'll
at this
find
point, I don't even care about monetization. I just want to see this thing play sound properly. I mean, we know Doom. I mean, you could just easily type in Windows Sound MP3 download, and maybe that would yield a result. Because we're using DuckDuckGo. We're not even using Google.
Alright, defaults to that. Yeah.
DuckDuckGo, your favorite search browser if you don't want to be traced back for your porn. We get a bunch of YouTube links. We can't run YouTube.
Wait, what's this one? Oh wait, no, better yet. I see free down.
It's an MP3. I see the words MP3 on the screen.
Oh, hey. Different versions.
Streaming. This poor CPU is maxed out just trying to load a web page. We work so hard to try and make this work, yeah? Install missing plugins, of course. Can a man not simply get a download link?
Nope.
Why? In this day and age, is it so hard to find just any sound? I mean, okay, we know Doom plays the sound. That's the thing.
So we should be okay.
But yet we can't get...
Technically the raid card was found, but we don't have a code to test it.
Well, the fact is, before it wasn't booting with it all up, and now it's booting with it all up. So, I think at this point, you know what? We can just say screw it, and let's put it in a case. Let's get little Doro here inside of a computer case, so that she's not just a mishmash of parts on the table. And then I would say at some point maybe even donate the computer, but I think anyone who gets this thing would rue the day they got this from us. Be like, I can't even load YouTube. How am I going to do research for my college prep course? And then we're just be like, hey man, it's free. It can play Doom.
Whatever it was hung up on, it got rid of.
Well, point is, we still don't. We know it plays sound. That's the important part. Let's get this in a case.
Okay. Is that gonna be part of live stream or?
Yeah, everything's gonna be a live stream. So, all right, guys, we are now gonna put the little Doro computer in the case. I hope I'm using that word right. Is it Doro?
No, you're shorthanding it.
Oh, what am I shorthanding? What is the full word?
Give me my phone, would you?
God dang it. Man, I've been shorthanding the whole word here and this whole time.
Turn it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby?
But something's going on with the stream.
Hmm?
Something's going on with the stream.
Why? Why do you say that?
Unless it's just me.
Yeah, it's just going to restart it, but...
Doro Dango.
Doro Dango. Oh, we'll just call it Doro.
Domo.
Domo arigato, Mr.
Not
Roboto.
Domo. It's an R.
All right, go ahead and turn little Doro off, and let's put her in this janky case that we have. No backup. Shut down. All right, so now we got to put the standoffs. Is this an ATX motherboard?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I mean, it's missing a few of the standoffs in it. We need, I think.
well, there's more standoffs right here.
No, they're all here.
They're all there.
Yeah, they're not all the same for some reason.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't know. A couple of them look pretty bad condition.
Behold, the operating system.
Yes, yes, that is a CDM. Because it doesn't actually accept anything else.
Yes.
Actually, fun fact for you, I found out.
What?
When booting from a CD or DVD, it actually treats it as a floppy drive and is only able to read the first sector, which has on it a emulator to emulate a CD, emulate the rest of the CD data.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay, well,
Hey,
time
Andrew.
time for the transplant. We're gonna have to clear some stuff off of this here table. So this is gonna involve some really higher up shots here. Oop. Almost lost it there. Moving everything on up. Moving on up. Moving on up.
Wait, is that copyrighted?
That's the question every YouTuber has to ask themselves now. Wait a minute, is that copyrighted?
A reference is considered a part of copyright.
I don't know, but hold on.
Oh shit, I've been unplugging shit. Why didn't you let me know?
Hey man, you didn't ask.
Okay.
Okay,
Is
oh. Hold on.
No. Just, nope. Whatever.
I went with the easy route.
Lazy bum.
Isn't the I/O panel supposed to go in first?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it might just all kind of fit in.
Yeah, that's how I did it earlier.
That's how it also got problems earlier.
Oh.
Here's a screwdriver.
There you go.
Take it that's what you were looking for.
Yep.
I mean, everything just slides into place, more or less.
Yep. Although we have a lot more expansion cards in here than I did before.
Yeah, but we do know that we can get the computer to boot.
Wait, shoot. Nope. Doing this the wrong order.
You didn't go top and then diagonal, bro.
No, not even that. If I don't put the power supply in first, it's not going to fit.
Oh, yeah.
So we found out the hard way earlier, before we started streaming, that A, the power supply doesn't quite fit in here, and B, we have to insert it in first in order to actually get it in here anyway.
Here is the power supply.
Yep.
Who are you going to call from?
From, who do you think?
Jason?
Yeah. From David. In the middle of a live stream. Jeez.
Does he know?
I don't know.
Send him a message.
I can't. I'm live streaming. You send him a message. You're the one on a big ass computer.
Big ass modern computer.
Yeah, we're over here
With your
working with
1060.
stuff from 20 years ago.
And the FBI have finally arrived. Only took them
Dang
half
it,
an
they
hour.
saw we downloaded a LimeWire. Dear God.
Clear the RAM, man! Clear the RAM!
Get a magnet! Get a magnet!
We're joking about this stuff, and actually, fun fact: the guy who actually got sued several
Oh.
$1 million and ended up being a showcase case, actually technically only got in trouble for 6 songs. He was pirating hundreds of thousands, but only got in trouble legally for 6 songs. They charged out the wazoo for those 6 songs, but I mean, the point was to make their point. That's
Yep.
scare tactics. So why won't you go in?
Did you tell him?
I just messaged him.
Okay.
Did you send a link?
Oh.
Yeah, give him a link to the live stream.
Yeah, that way you can talk to us.
Yes. I mean, he should know how to get to my channel. He sees my videos from time to time. Oh, that's right. We got to screw each individual thing into place now. I remember cases that do that. Technically, that is the best way to do it, rather than these toolless designs.
Some toolless designs are alright.
Some, but then again, what operating system was this system you originally using? That's what I want to know. We're almost an hour into the live stream.
That sounds about right. What time is it?
I don't know.
Oh, why not?
10:26 our time.
Thank you. Our time. Our time? You just gave away our time zone, Mike. How could you?
Yeah, what if they track us down, man?
Well, it's not like you haven't said in your live streams before we were located.
That's true.
Hey. And for those picky individuals, no, I'm not doing every single screw, partly because some of the ATX mounting screws are like stripped from the aid, so tough luck on you.
Okay.
Yes.
Is this live stream offline?
No, we're still live. Remember, there is a slight delay. 2 people in the live stream.
I'm gonna hold off.
Hey, he said I got a few computers I can send you.
Have that. More the merrier. We like our balls of butt.
Okay, so before we plug all that in, don't forget, we have our peripherals.
Yeah. That one has to go first because it also supports the hard drive in this particular build.
Oh, that's right. We don't have
Nope.
hard drive base.
Nope.
Man, that is good. That is sketchy.
I don't know what you're gonna do.
But at least little Doro's getting a case
For now.
for now.
I'm reclaiming this case after the fact.
That's fair enough.
This is my case that I gave to Mike ages ago and said I wanted back. And then he forgot about it until I reminded him. Although he is being nice and donating all these screws to us.
And they're a bit of blur.
Don't ask me what that's from or whether or not it's copyrighted. It's Black Country. I don't know.
Wrong. Wait, is that? Hold on.
That's a cider.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of weird. Okay, you're putting it upside down. Gotcha. Why do you purposely go that way when you know it's easier to go the other way?
This is Mike.
I was looking for the soda. Why, you want to finish this one?
I don't care.
Well, if you want to finish that one, what's the cool one?
It's upstairs.
I thought you got it down.
Well, you brought 2 down.
So many cords bundled in the way. Yeah, help me out here.
Alright, what do you need help with?
Get one screw in somewhere. Where's the other hole?
Hold on.
There's one.
Stop.
No. You can get this. Yeah. You had it just off away.
Okay. This is like uber janky. Is this supposed to be operative upside down?
They don't care.
I was gonna say.
What? Who said what?
Mashed potato. Pengus. Yeah, hard drives can work at any angle. Just don't move them while they're on. But even then, you can.
Yeah, you just have to do it really slowly.
Well, poor hard drive for me because I bump my leg on my computer all the freaking time and jangle it.
Same here.
Dude, I freaking hate that. I smack my computer. I'm like, God dang it.
That's why I never put my computer under a case, under a desk. I always put them over. Oh, wow, I'm an idiot.
We know, but it's okay.
For audience's reference, I say I'm an idiot right now because I just tried to plug the IED slot into IDE cord into ADA.
Seem to have a little problem with acronyms there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic.
Ha! Funny.
What?
Don't want to ruin your hard drive and lose all your clock.
What? You guys are telling me things are funny, but not telling me what's funny.
I just said it.
Yeah, but you said it super quietly, so I only heard everything but the last word.
Don't worry about it.
Is it dirty?
It is dirty.
Ooh.
He's busy, man. Get the hell out of here.
Sorry for blocking the camera, but, you know, I gotta get
It's
where I'm going.
actually my job to make sure we can all see what's going on.
Why aren't you doing a better job?
You're doing an awesome job.
Are you really?
Audience, rate Andrew's job. On a scale of 1 to invading Russia, how bad is it?
I mean, invading Russia in the winter?
Yes. Everyone knew what I meant.
What is that?
Yes, it's a Pentium 2 CPU.
Without a back cover.
Yeah. Just for reference, we got a Pentium 2 CPU, 3 sticks of single data rate RAM for a total of 256 megabytes of RAM, which is insane. We have, let's see, an AGP graphics card. No information about what the specs are. We have a Ethernet card in there so we can get internet. We also have a RAID card and a sound card. And we're using a power supply from... Look, all these parts came from all different computers.
Literally, that they all came from different computers.
Yeah,
every single case has come from a different build.
Every single component is from a different computer. We're basically Frankensteining this entire thing to try and work here.
Hey, it is thunderstorming outside, so...
That's
Cool.
true.
Where's the lightning rod?
It's alive. It's alive.
I plug in over there because once I do this, we have to unplug and unplug over there.
Let's unplug you from over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it does run Doom.
It does. Yeah, did you just
It
ask
comes
that?
with it.
No, I actually
We had to
do have
download
it.
Oh, did you download it?
Yeah, but it's in the repository, so it's not like it's.
Yeah, you missed earlier in the live stream. We were actually playing Doom on this computer, on damn small Linux. So yes, to answer your
One
question,
more
and everyone
What did I
questions on
need?
the internet.
What did I need? I needed. Oh. Oh, my. Here we are.
But how well does it run Doom?
It runs it at full 60 frames per second.
Does it?
I don't know. I think it does. Or at least enough that there's no lag.
I'm so glad cardboard is not conductive.
Okay, so we're using cardboard to keep this power supply that's down there instead of mounted over here because this power supply is proprietary.
Well, yeah, it has this fan right here, which gets in the way of the heatsink over here. So,
Yeah, it's all janky. Okay, so is the I/O panel plugged in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then let's start little Doro up.
Oh,
Wait.
this
Well,
side
my
is.
watch can run Doom, so not very big surprise.
Yeah, all fairness, a printer can play Doom nowadays.
This is true.
What type of
Actually,
watch
no,
do you have?
no. Favorite thing I've ever seen run on Doom? Favorite thing I've ever seen run Doom on it is an oscillator.
A what?
Oh, really?
Yes, someone got an oscillator to run Doom.
An oscillator.
Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, plugging her in.
We don't have the audio plugged in, but whoopee.
Oh.
She's got power.
Or will it post?
Oh wow,
Oh,
the
we
button's actually working today.
Yeah, we actually need to use the button now. What do you know?
I guess that's a step up.
So we
watch
have.
that stuff so I can slide it forward.
Okay, so we have the computer posting.
Is it posting?
Yes, it was. Or, like I said, it was.
For how long?
We'll see. This is always the fun part. Do we need to clear the BIOS again?
Hold
It
on.
was unplugged long enough.
There's a video of someone running Doom on their Porsche 911. You turn left and right with the steering wheel. You press the accelerator to walk forward.
Yes, as if cell phones weren't a big enough distraction.
Dude, I can run a USB fan off the USB port on my phone.
We actually do that with our our VR headsets.
Come on. I can't see.
Here.
To shoot your gun, honk your horn.
That's obnoxious.
Who would set up their Porsche to do that, though?
Someone from the internet. That's
Someone with too much time and money. I mean, they have a Porsche that they're modding, like, for the computer purposes.
Well, it's a 911. Depends on which version of the 911.
I'm flashing you, Mike, just for that.
Packard Bell.
Okay.
So, just for reference, we actually have to remove. We have to use the jumper cable each time this thing does not have power for more than like 10 seconds. The battery that keeps the BIOS config, in there, dies. It's an old battery, so the BIOS gets reset every time. So every time we have to plug it back in, we have to reconfigure the BIOS until we get a new battery. Or find a donor battery or something.
Honestly, this time's taking me so long, we might actually have to clear it again. Shoot. Where are those tweezers? I dropped it. Yep. Okay, that's hopefully post.
Oh, Max got a fun fact for us.
Oh?
Gateway had to change their BIOS message from press any key to boot from CD to press enter to boot from CD because of all the tech support calls asking where the any key was.
Actually, fun fact about that, not any key worked. There are about 3 keys, one of which included the space bar, that would not actually work for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, they actually did make a keyboard eventually, some company, that had a key that said any on it.
Apparently I did not actually plug this back in. I plugged it back into the clear. Either way.
Gosh darn it, Sam.
And you almost had it.
Almost. I mean, technically speaking, we could just shut it off from the button, and then you don't have to worry about getting that jumper in quick. It'll still have power. Yay for working on old electronics with the power on.
Yeah, especially since my hand literally has to squeeze everything in order to get in here. I'll take my way.
Oh.
Okay. Come on, baby, post. Come flashlight, please.
So far, so good.
Okay, it'll stay in the screen for a little while as it tries to figure out what all the configuration is.
And mostly count RAM.
Yeah, and then we got to go into the BIOS, reset the time, reset the boot priority. Oh, it's so much fun working with old technology, especially when the battery is bad.
Right.
Hey, we got some stuff on the screen. Okay.
Same old, same old. I probably have to fix the time. Yep.
Yep. So we go into the BIOS.
7, 10, and 2017.
And then...
Oddly enough, I have done this differently every single time for some odd reason.
Okay,
Yep.
and
Yep.
there you go, boot. And F10.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
I will if I want, man.
That's totally acceptable as long as you don't actually expect to enforce it. Did you just assume my lifestyle?
You live off of sugar water. Yes.
Go get deep.
I did.
Yeah.
That's past tense, good sir. Oh, by the way, I think you'll love this.
Go get debugged, you glitch. Hold on. I gotta make this picture bigger somehow on this phone.
Now you can pinch zoom. Yeah. All acceptable errors.
Huh, yeah. Ethereum. They use Bitcoin in that, but it's Ethereum that's really screwing up the market right now for graphics cards. Dude, get Hoverhound and installed on Chrome and look at the prices of 1070s. They went from being like $300 cards to like $700 cards, and then back down to $500 or $600 cards because of Ethereum miners switching after all the AMD cards were bought out. All of the RX 500 series were bought out. Then they switched over to buying NVIDIA cards, and now NVIDIA is suffering from the same situation. The only cards that are immune to it right now are the 1080s because they're a little more pricey. And they're not as price to performance for Ethereum mining right now as the miners want them to be, and it's really. There's actually a good video on YouTube. A good professional contacted a bunch of manufacturers of power supplies, RAM, and graphics card manufacturers to see what their opinion was on Ethereum miners. And the general consensus, from what I took away from it, is they don't like it. because it leads to a lot of problems. Things I didn't think about is after they're done mining and they want to get rid of the card, they don't just sell it as used. They RMA it to try and get a new card out of the company and then sell it as new in the aftermarket. And that basically means, they got a ton of these used cards that, nobody wants. And it's like, by that time, those cards would have dropped in value anyway. Run Doom. Just run Doom for the sake of running it, just to show our good friend here that we are, in fact, running Doom on this old computer.
Also, however, it looks like motherboards might be hit. Obviously not as bad, but might be hit off the Ethereum mining.
Really?
Yeah, because there's only, there's 5 top-of-the-line, not top-of-the-line, 5 choice motherboards for them. And on the second tier choice, there's only like 27. So they keep going after those handful of ones. And a couple of them, the company actually went ahead and made a special BIOS update for mining that helps it recognize all the graphics cards in there.
Wow. And on top of that, we have a DRAM shortage because Micron, or I forget what company makes most of the DRAM for the world, is very low because Apple is bought up about 12% of the world's stock of DRAM for their new iPhones. And on top of that, one of the major manufacturers, one of their major plants had a big issue and they went down.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that too.
Hey, see, we're running Doom. And you can actually hear it.
Kind of. I'm going to die. I will tell you that right now.
Shoot, do some stuff. Oh my god, Jason. People need to not call me when I'm live streaming.
What are you trying to do not disturb mode or something?
I'm gonna have to.
Would you like me to call Jason for you?
Tell him though. Just text him, tell him I'm live streaming, ask him what he wants.
Oh, you can call me. Hello, Jason.
You are on a live stream.
You hear what Andrew said?
No, it's too much noise, but the solution is to rub your feet on the carpet and then touch the motherboard.
Funny.
We're on a live stream right now. Oh, you were one of the viewers?
Funny.
Say that in chat.
Okay, our friend here has some good advice for all you noob techs out there. Why don't you go ahead and tell us your advice there, buddy? Jason? He's not there anymore.
I don't know how to shoot up. Yeah, die. Die.
Anywho, so one of the things we wanted to do, because we are now an hour and 20 minutes into this live stream, is figure out if there's a way to overclock the CPU, because, why the heck not? So, let's see. I wonder if there's any software overclocking that we can do, because the BIOS doesn't look like it has anything for overclocking. You're saying there's dip switches or some sort of...
Potential either pins or dip switches, but we don't have dip switches, so it would have to be pins. There are 5 pins in there that I don't recognize what they are for per se, so it might be those.
I don't understand how pins are supposed to overclock anything.
It's just like settings.
Okay, well that's incredibly unspecific.
He said don't try to end up with 1,000 tabs open.
1,000 tabs. This thing can barely handle 6.
This thing can barely handle 1. It can't even handle a YouTube page.
Actually, in all fairness, we didn't really give it all that much time.
Well, first off, YouTube's using some stuff that the browser doesn't have supported.
Well, we could download Chromium. I saw it on it.
You can try it.
Maybe let's see.
We still don't have the operating system on the hard drive.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
Nah.
Like, I feel like as
bro.
if we totally half-assed everything if we don't get it on the hard drive. Because, like, that's where an operating system is supposed to run from, not the CD drive.
Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. I would like you to actually load up these things so I know what the heck's going on here.
Testing. This is your National Nuclear Service announcements. There will be a nuclear bomb test in your vicinity in the next 5 hours. Please take shelter at your local bomb shelter. Please bring food, water, and any other amenities that you might need. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
Very good.
Meh.
Nah.
God, I haven't heard that from
It took me forever to remember what it was from.
on the Amanda Show. Meh.
Network packet injection. What?
Packet injection, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and screw some things up over the... Okay. So the question remains, okay, look, software overclocking is incredibly dangerous, but it's like the only way to do it right, or not even do it right, just to do it as far as I'm concerned, so that we can see, like, hold on. Download CPU-Z. Normally there's a dash between the Z. Or CPU ID. All these things interrupting my phone. These reminders and stuff. Oh my gosh. I need to turn them off whenever I do live streams. I gotta re-upload that video to Car VR on Veer. Apparently, the engineers over there said the video doesn't have a bit rate specified in the metadata, so I gotta change that, and maybe it'll actually process. Because they're willing to do some fun offers for me to promote Car VR.
Well, we would need another VR.
I know we'd need another 360 camera. Eventually, they're going to have it as a monetizable platform, and we'll be able to, make some money to get a good VR setup for car reviewing, but that's going to be a while. Sup, Jason?
Hello, Jason.
What are you downloading, installing?
PZip.
PZip?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's the closest to a benchmarking thing we can get.
Oh wait, that's a benchmarking tool?
No, it's a compressing tool.
Well, That doesn't help us.
There's nothing.
Well,
I type in CPU.
wait. This is Debian, isn't it?
I
This
I
is
believe so.
Oh crap! No wonder we're not getting any good software. None of the software that's any good is considered official release. It's all still test, beta, this, yada yada, which
Yeah.
Debian does not like, which means our entire choice of library is so
tiny.
horribly small that we are never going to be able to do anything fun except play Doom.
No, Quake's on here too.
Quake's on, okay. Quake and Doom. Ooh. I mean, that is kind of a feat for given the situation that this whole thing is in, but
And there are some other ones. Apparently Ultima is on here.
can we download Passmark?
I typed in Mark and nothing came up.
Well, I mean,
So,
on a website.
Maybe.
If we can even get the website to load.
Pretty much. Close that real quick. Close the tab, please.
Well, Jason, I would love to review your car, but alas, we do not have a 360 camera for Car VR at this time.
Andrew broke it.
I didn't break it, I returned it because the thing was a piece of junk. But we do need to get another 360 camera, and Veer is willing to promote us. Like, actually promote our...
Ask them
our
if
contents.
they're willing to rent us one or something. I don't know.
No, they're just a website that hosts,
Gotcha.
you know,
What am I after? Passmark.
Passmark, yeah.
Debian. Debian, not. Ubuntu is not Debian.
It's not?
New.
Debian is such a pain in my tuchus. Like, legit, it's so ridiculous to work on because of the reason.
And they do their stuff well. That's literally what my Minecraft server's running.
Burn test, PC reliability, and load test. We don't want a burn test, we want benchmarks. Wait, nope, benchmarks is right up there in the top tab. Sam, why can't you read?
I can read. I just chose not to right there. There's a big difference.
Dang it, Sam.
Dang it, Bobby.
God dang it, Bobby. What do I sell? Propane and propane accessories. This will focus more in on...
Okay.
Well, I don't want to review the cameras. I just want to do my series with Car VR. Burn-in test Linux. No. Right there. Where your mouse is. That's the newest version. You need to read my Sam.
You almost in my...
It's because I normally correct you.
Maybe I didn't want the new version.
Well, I think...
Especially since it downloaded a PDF now.
God dang it.
See? Maybe you're not the one out reading. Yeah, why not? Save it to disk. Let's see what happens.
I don't know where in the world this thing is saving anything to.
I know, right?
It's running off a CD, and it's a CD-R, you know, it's not RW. What?
You know what? Hearing what he said he's putting on his car, we might want to possibly do what we were planning on doing at first when we got the camera.
What?
Return.
I already did that.
No. Okay, and then return before you're supposed to, so you get the money back.
No, I actually want to have a VR 360 camera, but I just need one that's not running off of really janky software. Because I really do want to do car VR like as a legit series. But I also need a new computer to do the rendering. Because holy
I said
crikey.
you could try this.
No.
Why?
Just no.
Why? What's wrong with it?
All my files and stuff and setup is just perfect upstairs. But I want to swap out computers back and forth. I just need to build a whole new software.
No, you know what we need to do? File server.
What's up?
We need a file server.
For what?
For the reviews and that.
Oh, fuck no, dude.
Why?
Because Andrew's very nice network here is still not strong enough for that kind of garbage. That's 10G based stuff.
Yeah, max transfer speed would be 125 megabytes per second.
Especially when working on 4K.
Yeah, dude, the files are huge. My 3 terabyte drive is getting close. I still need to sell that 1 terabyte hard drive so that I can get the money to buy another 3 terabyte hard drive. So 1 terabyte with the enclosure and everything. Hopefully might get me enough money to buy another 3 terabytes so I can put those drives in RAID.
I'm
RAID
saving up for a 16
1.
terabyte hard drive.
Well, good for you.
What about the 16 terabyte?
I'm saving up for it.
Yeah, you'll be saving by the time you're done with your computer.
Why you say that? How much do you say it's going to cost?
There wasn't a price tag, but the next one down is like, I don't even remember. Too much.
It's only a couple hundred.
Do you want to stop the script or continue? Stop the script. Why would you stop the script?
Cause
Pay attention, Sam.
just tell me when something pops up.
Everything's always popping up. There's a pop-up. There's a pop-up.
The messed up part is I'm trying to get out of this so I can do this stupid little thing here.
You're killing me, Sam. You're killing
Kill
me.
me, Smalls.
Okay, this is not the Sandlot. You don't get to say that. But if this was the Sandlot, you'd be the fat kid throwing insults at the rich kids.
What are you talking about? That'd be you.
Mm-mm.
You're the fattest one here.
I don't know if I'm looking for that garbage.
Gonna open up the terminal, man.
Yeah. I don't know why I clicked on that.
If we ever created a hacker group, we would have to call it Terminal Illness.
Yeah,
Get it?
I already got it. I already goofed up. Yay, typos.
God, don't you... This is the worst... Like, this sort of system is the worst thing ever if you're dyslexic. Because you have to get every single letter correct.
Otherwise, it locks you out and you have to start back over again.
Terminally challenged.
No, that's going to be my hacker handle. Like, why do you call yourself that? Because I'm dyslexic and terminals hate us.
Your system wants to install a polymorphic rootkit. Do you accept?
Of course I do. I love polymorphs.
Polymorphic rootkit antivirus. No, polymorphic rootkit Trojan antivirus. Only $5.99 a month. Click here to install to protect your system. Polymorphic rootkit antivirus. Oh, no, polymorphic rootkit Trojan antivirus has detected 5,000 issues with your computer. Click here to
Download fixes.
Oh, God.
Freaking that is the worst. Polymorphic rootkits are such a pain in the butt because their process ID keeps changing, and they are generally like something so generic. Like what's that really generic process that you see all the time?
I know what you're referring
It's literally a name for a process that is.
there's just like 8 of them on every computer minimum.
Yeah, it's all of that, and then every time a program identifies it, it changes its process to hide again. Polymorphic rootkits. Oh, jeez. We are using damn small Linux because that is the only lightweight operating system that we can get to run on this thing.
We haven't tried a good number of them, but
I mean, if you have a suggestion for a super lightweight version of Linux that can fit on less than 700 megabytes, we would be willing to test it. Preferably Ubuntu instead of Debian, because we were going to install Lubuntu. No, go poop yourself. We're not going to try Gentoo.
why not?
Go back to 4chan. Get out of here. You're done. I'm banning you from the chat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ban you from the chat.
Any puppets left?
Yes.
Yes, some right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. These alerts on my phone need to stop happening.
Oh, why'd you put them there?
It was there before I started live streaming.
Yeah, accept everything.
They're using damn small Linux, Mac.
I already told them.
Oh.
You don't pay attention to the conversations,
No,
man.
you just messaged me on Skype.
Sudo dpgk -restore. See, I don't know what that does.
What?
We were thinking about trying Windows RT. Because Windows RT is I think the mobile version of Windows. If I'm not mistaken. This poor CD drive is just having to work so hard for every little thing we do. The fact that it's not running on the hard drive, I feel like is bottlenecking the crap out of us.
Maybe, but honestly, I say hands down to that CD-ROM. I am going to frame it after this. No, there's a story behind it. You don't know. What's up?
Ooh, someone's trying to hack into my Facebook.
Ooh,
I just got a request to change my Facebook.
Can you imagine if it was Jason?
I'm assuming you don't need to take care of that.
I might.
But yeah, no, there's a fun little story about that CD-ROM that I haven't even told you yet. That makes its ability to operate even more impressive.
Hold on. Reconnecting. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Someone was trying to hack into my Facebook, and I had to take care of that real quick.
So, as I was saying before, there's a fun little story about the CD-ROM that I haven't even told Andrew yet, because I figured he'd flip out.
Oh boy. What did you do to the CD-ROM, Sam?
It's what I didn't do to it. I left it in the back of a pickup truck for several months before it came here. Several months in which it did rain.
Sam, you're killing me.
Hey, it didn't kill the ROM, so why not? Just remember, boys and girls, rain and water is perfectly healthy for electronics.
Oh my god, they keep trying to reset my password on Facebook. So I have two-step authentication, so they're not getting in. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back again.
Oh, hey. Wait, what? What is this? What?
Jason.
Yeah, I saw what Jason said.
What he said?
Don't worry.
Oh.
My email has two-step authentication as well. It's going to be pretty hard to get into that.
At least without a heads up.
Yeah, they'll email me if they see a suspicious login, and they'll require it's two-step authentication for any device that hasn't been logged into already.
Mm-hmm.
So. I know the live streaming keeps going down. It's because I have to use my phone to check what's going on with this thing with Facebook. Wonder who's trying to hack into my Facebook and why.
Can you imagine it was Jason?
It probably is. To a certain extent.
North?
No. I don't think North would do it.
For fun?
Be kind of a dick thing to do.
Oh. What was that? It's a step in the right direction.
What is it?
Test disk.
Test disk?
Yeah.
Funny.
Hmm.
It's replying to Jason.
Hmm. Oh, hey, I've got a crazy idea.
What?
Okay.
We can use wine to get pass mark or something.
Well, I'm glad we're relaxing for you.
Who's that?
It's me. It's me. I'm Mario.
It's not it's me, it's it me.
Hey, me.
Hey, at least Christian's not on tonight, as far as we know.
This is the third time I've gotten a request to use the code to reset my password for Facebook.
Oh.
Very nice. Okay, I told it to install stuff. Where did it install it to?
I don't know, man. But if we're not going to do anything interesting for right now...
Jason does have a good point there.
What's that?
To put a shrimp tank in the background.
That was really a letdown.
What did it do?
I think I just installed it to the hard drive.
Really? How? Installed what to the hard drive?
Yes.
Really?
Installed the hard drive. I clicked on it, told it yes a couple times and no a couple times, and then it just did something and closed out.
Okay, well, how about this? Restart the computer, and I'll take the CD out, and we'll see if you actually did install it.
Be ready to catch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's going to pop out automatically. Dude, this is the fourth time I got a text trying to reset the password to my Facebook.
Someone's having fun tonight.
Yeah, someone's really hoping that it shows up on the live stream or something. But that's not how this live stream works. Oh, it stayed in place.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good about that. Got a music CD?
I do not.
Oh, heinous.
I haven't had any music on CDs in forever. My dad probably does, but I don't know. Packard Bell.
Yeah, someone who just wants to shout some
You know I can see it too from here.
What?
The chat.
Oh.
Sometimes I forget that.
I'm the only one not in the chat. Yeah.
Start Windows normally. What? Hold on.
Windows.
Try it in safe mode.
I bumped enter.
Did you install Windows?
No, there's Windows on this drive.
Oh, that's my drive.
What's it got on it?
XP, I think.
Is this even going to be able to load XP?
I say give it like 30 seconds tops and then restart it.
Okay, so this is interesting. We didn't install Grub or anything. Maybe we should have formatted this drive on like a different computer before we started doing this.
Let it go through. Let's see if it works.
Well, we don't know what it's doing. It's just sitting on this screen.
Yeah, like I said.
Try some arrow keys. Does it move?
No, I already hit enter.
Oh,
I
boy.
said that.
So, okay. Ow. Almost just ran over my toe.
Okay, I got a 20-second timer. If nothing happens by that point, we can restart it and see what happens.
Watch, as soon as we're about to restart it. Oh, there it is.
No, just as we hit the button, like,
Yeah.
it starts flickering.
Well, that was not what we expected.
No, go ahead, restart it. Maybe you'd hit the power button, please.
Shh. Nothing but dreams.
You killed it. Oh, hang on. I'll give safe mode a try, because it was responding initially.
This is an unexpected turn in our journey here. So,
I'm gonna laugh if Toad actually ends up managing to run the Windows XP, even if it is slow as piss. Because I've
hey,
actually,
Mike, see if there's any replies on PCMR.
because I actually have run Windows on under a quarter of what it's supposed to be on. I guess I went with networking.
Let's just try regular safe mode first.
Yeah.
All the text.
Let's try and figure out the APG stuff.
No.
Nothing?
No.
Does it say any views?
No, they saw your name and ran away. Like this noob again. Windows XP doesn't know how to handle APG stuff.
AGP.
Like I said, dyslexia. I find it interesting on how some of them are caps and some of them aren't.
Yeah, that is interesting. Never noticed that.
I mean, usually this slides by so fast.
I don't even see it in there.
What?
Go to your account, dude. Do you not know how to
No
use
ups, no downs.
say any views?
20 views.
Alright, you might as well delete it.
Delete it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not even going to be seen at this point. Alright, I'm calling it. Windows is,
It just has an
Confuzzled.
issue with APGs. As you-
I mean, we could burn Windows 95 and just see where we go from there.
I have 98, so don't look at me.
Let me get Windows 95. In the meantime, go ahead and keep putzing around
I'm
on...
probably gonna call it a night soon.
Call it a night soon. Alright, well, you know what, guys? In that case, we're going to actually end the live stream here.
We'll try and gather some components for tomorrow, but
Yeah, this, to answer your
whatever.
question, Jason, we're using a Pentium 2 processor with a random AGP graphics card,
Give me a second.
256
Give me a
megabytes of
second.
RAM.
I'll pull up the BIOS phone. See?
Hello, Eric. We are...
I'm about to end this.
We're actually about to end the stream because we're almost 2 hours into it. We're resurrecting super, super old computer hardware and trying to make it work, which we have.
Largely speaking.
Yeah, we're just mutzing around with it. Our goal is ultimately to overclock it, even though it's just a Pentium 2. I don't know if we even can overclock it, but we're going to try.
And for you guys' information, you can see now we have 2 sticks of 64 megabyte RAM, 1 stick of 128 SD RAM, yes, single data rate, and a 300 megahertz processor with 512 gigabytes of cache. So, yeah, not much here. Wait. What?
That's ECC support. You know, we're not running
for
ECC.
L2 cache. It's not for the actual RAM. This is weird. Whatever.
Do you have ECC RAM in there?
No,
Oh,
no.
well, it's for the L2 cache, which is part of the
Interesting.
processor.
All right, well, anywho, we are going to end it here, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll
See
be
you
back
next time.
probably maybe tomorrow or the day after with more updates to Little Doro here.
It'd probably be earlier if we do it tomorrow or something, though, because I work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
All right, guys. See you next time.